That's right, it's a big-ass cup because I was really thirsty. And we watched Smackdown. We're going to run it down. That's damn right, cat off screen.
You ready?
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay.
We're going to talk about the Smackdown and my thirst.
All right. Well, SmackDown, very similar to Raw, all about Survivor Series.
Damn straight.
Except for maybe like one thing.
Only difference was Raw was also about Halloween slightly.
Yeah, and luckily SmackDown wasn't because
it's not Halloween anymore. It's the day after Halloween.
Well, and like WWE and holidays, it gets really ridiculous really fast, and there's only so much we can take. So luckily we were focused on Survivor Series.
Focused.
So focused on Survivor Series that SmackDown has almost built all of their teams.
Yeah.
Literally at the end of this, we have one more tag team to decide, and that's it. We have every other team complete. So let's just go ahead and talk about everything Survivor Series, just kind of in a big grouping here, because like the
Survivor Series nutshell.
Yeah. So the
Smackdown.
Where most of the announcement
nuts.
was when we had Daniel Bryan on Miz TV. Daniel Bryan on Miz TV talked about how we had all of the... Actually, well, even before this, we found out who all the women were. Because Naomi was the last one added to the team of Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella.
Yeah.
And now,
so all of the women on SmackDown's roster besides Natalya.
But Natalya is going to be the coach of Team SmackDown. So she's going to...
She's going to get one of them participation trophies.
Just because she's there.
It's like Kane in the 100th Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Kane was there. So congratulations to you, Natalya. You are now involved in Survivor Series. But then Daniel Bryan announced that we had two more. Well, actually, yeah. At this point it was two more qualifying matches.
Yeah, because previously to this, it was announced that Heath Slater and Rhino would captain the team.
Right.
And then the Hype Bros won a spot on the team.
Yep.
So then we're going to have two more qualifying matches. American Alpha versus the Spirit Squad, and the Headbangers versus the Usos.
Yes. We can talk about those real quick because both matches lasted a total of about 5 minutes. The Usos defeated the Headbangers with a roll-up, and American Alpha had a slightly more impressive win over the Spirit Squad. Mikey and Kenny going for a double clothesline on Jason Jordan. Chad made a blind tag, pulled Kenny out of the ring, knocked him out on the outside, got in just in time to hit Grand Amplitude on Mikey, and so American Alpha are headed to Survivor Series as well.
Yeah.
So we have one more spot on that team. We have all the ladies official for SmackDown, and Miz brought Daniel Bryan on, assuming that he was going to be part of the SmackDown team.
Yeah, part of, if not the captain.
Yeah, because...
of the team. Because of The Miz.
Yeah, because The Miz. So Daniel Bryan proceeded to announce who was on the SmackDown team. That being Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, and the WWE World Champion, AJ Styles. And The Miz went, the fuck you talking about? Was I... So I'm not on the team.
No.
Was I considered?
Nope.
Well, this is bullshit.
No.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, because I'm The Miz and I whine and complain. And Daniel Bryan revealed that it was because, you know, he brought back the whole coward thing, which I thought was a good callback. You know,
it's Raw is not a callback. This thing is moving forward. My plan is still in motion. Bryan versus Miz at Mania.
Daniel Bryan or Bryan Kendrick?
Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Kendrick's not going to be until Rumble.
Oh, okay. But now Kendrick's Cruiserweight Champion, so...
Well, TJP's on the warpath.
That's true.
Or Rich Swann.
Wait, Rich Swann instead of Bryan Kendrick?
No, Rich Swann could be the new Cruiserweight Champion.
Take it from Bryan Kendrick, and then Bryan Kendrick will go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, Rich Swann had the win on Raw in the 6-man.
True.
And last week he beat Bryan Kendrick. So
he did. You're right. But back to SmackDown.
Back
So yeah, no, they're doing a good job with this storyline, and so Daniel Bryan's like, yeah, the deciding factor was last week. Dolph Ziggler gave you a chance. He was going to give you your rematch right then and there, and you said no. You said you didn't want it to be. You wanted it to be on your terms, and Daniel Bryan's like, Survivor Series needs to be on our terms. It needs to be about the team. It needs to be about beating Raw.
It needs to be about people who will fight at any time.
And Miz proceeds to, I will fight. You're the one that's afraid of fighting, as he puts his wife in front of him. And then hugs her real close and talks the childish shit at Daniel Bryan. Then Daniel Bryan loses his shit. Starts throwing chairs around. And Daniel Bryan is not giving a fuck at this point.
Yeah.
And tells Miz, you know what you're good at? It's definitely not wrestling. So why don't you go over there, sit behind the commentator table, and watch Dolph Ziggler come out here and defend his Intercontinental Championship in an open challenge. We like open challenges.
Yeah, and then in a match that can only be described as faster than the Usos beating the Headbangers.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler beat Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Should I do this way? Kurt Hawkins.
There you go, that was better. Yeah, no, it was literally all of a super kick. A super kick is all it took.
We'll play super kick, just ends people.
Yeah, but,
you think of all the amazing super kicks throughout the entirety of WWE's history. Sweet chin music.
Yeah.
The Stevie kick.
Yeah.
The no chin music.
Sweet shin music.
Oh, that's a subpar kick.
Oh, subpar kick. Okay. That was literally the only move that happened. Dolph Ziggler retained.
Great return debut for Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. I love what they're doing with Kurt. Are they literally holding him off until Shelton Benjamin comes in? That's gotta be what they're doing. They're just like, Shelton's gonna be out for 2 more months, so we'll just keep running this Kurt Hawkins thing, and then we'll run a feud between him and Shelton Benjamin.
No, once Shelton Benjamin gets there, just letting him go. Thanks for holding this spot.
Oh, God.
Thanks for keeping SmackDown warm for Shelton Benjamin.
That's awful.
No, they're just going to be called, the world's greatest mid-carders.
Oh, jeez.
They're going to team them together.
So then...
Then they're going to fight American Alpha.
I'm okay with that. Let's do that. So then we had this whole storyline go one step further into the wrong direction for The Miz.
Yeah.
Because Renee starts talking to Ziggler about what's it like being the champion, what's next for Dolph Ziggler, and he starts talking about Survivor Series, and he talks about Miz. Miz proved last week that I proved last week that I'm a fighting champion. I gave Miz the option. He said no. He said it wanted to be on his terms. Well, now it's on the champion's terms. So, Survivor Series, the one night of the year when Raw takes on SmackDown, he's putting out an open challenge to anyone on Monday Night Raw for an Intercontinental Championship match. And The Miz went, no! Oh, shit! Oh, and Miz realized how bad he fucked up. So now he has to wait till post-Raw if Dolph Ziggler even keeps the Intercontinental title on SmackDown. Yeah. And if that doesn't happen, then Miz will never get his rematch for the Intercontinental title because it's going to be on the other show. He'll have to jump over to Raw.
And then all the titles will go to Raw eventually.
Ew. Raw has enough titles.
Now, dear WWE, I appreciate what you're doing with the Survivor Series shtick, but that being the case, you've already given away who's winning the Intercontinental Championship match.
That's true.
Because I highly doubt you're going to add one more title to Monday Night Raw. You already have one up on SmackDown because you have the Cruiserweight title. So you're not going to bring the IC title over there unless you're going to switch it out for the United States Championship. But Roman Reigns is on Team Raw, so he's not defending the championship.
He's not going to lose the title
So, mystery solved, Dolph Ziggler wins. I get a point.
That's not how that works.
Too late.
Dolph Ziggler wins, I get a point.
Too late. I already picked him.
I thought Dolph Ziggler was going to be on Team SmackDown.
Yeah, well, no, I said, with my theory, Dolph Ziggler should have been the captain of Team SmackDown. Because the one thing I figured is I thought, despite the fact that they had the teams of the best guys, I thought Owens and Styles were going to have to defend their titles.
Yeah, and now both of them are on either side. So, I mean, yeah, so SmackDown has one less championship on their best 5 guys team.
Burgers and fries.
I see what you did there.
But they also have a Baron Corbin, so...
I like the SmackDown team. I
like SmackDown team... ish.
You like them all except for Baron Corbin. That's fair.
Yep.
I like more of the people on the SmackDown team than I do the Raw team.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I don't really care for Roman currently, and Braun's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
But at least we have Rollins and Jericho, and then we have the other 4 guys on SmackDown.
Well, we don't know Rollins for sure.
It'll be Rollins for sure.
I'm still pulling for Owens and Styles will get pulled out for championship matches and get replaced.
By who, though?
Styles will get replaced by James Ellsworth.
No.
And then Owens will end up having to defend against Jericho, so they'll probably pull both of them out for, like, Sami Zayn and Rich Swann.
Sami Zayn and Rich Swann.
No, Swann will be going for the Cruiserweight belt, I bet.
Yeah.
Drew Gulak.
Alright.
Fuck it, Tony Nese. You beat Anthony Bennett, you get to go to Survivor Series.
If he beats Baron Corbin. If Tony Nese eliminates Baron Corbin.
Whoa. No, that's what'll happen. Ambrose and Styles end up getting booked for a match, and they get replaced by James Ellsworth and The Miz.
Gross.
And then Tony Nese goes and beats The Miz, then becomes my 3rd favorite wrestler of all time.
What if he eliminates The Miz and Baron Corbin?
Still 3rd favorite wrestler.
Alright, let's talk about...
It's only because he can't eliminate Titus O'Neil, because he's not in the team.
Alright, so we had a couple other matches that were also very quick. Our first match was Randy Orton versus Kane in a no disqualification match after Randy turned on Kane last week. This, again, lasted all of about 5 minutes before the Wyatts came out, caused a distraction. Kane tried to chokeslam Bray Wyatt, ended up getting hit with an RKO, and Randy Orton picked up the win. And then it was a 3-on-1 beatdown. All of them hit their finishers. And then we saw Randy Orton, officially join the Wyatt family later on in the show. Could have done without the creepy little twinkle in his eye, but it was a very interesting...
That just means business time.
It's still
somebody's going to put this on YouTube. The Randy Orton looking over at Bray, and she's just going to get the, let's get it on.
Oh, no. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already up there. No, it's a very interesting direction they're going with this. The fact that Randy's officially on the team, and he finished by saying, Bray Wyatt, you are a god, and then that's when he did a little devil twinkle in his eye. And Bray, when Bray was talking about all the things, all the reasons he shouldn't trust Randy, or the reasons he thinks he should be in the Wyatt family, the look that Luke Harper gave Bray Wyatt was are you listening to yourself? Luke, I don't think he's fully on board.
He didn't seem to be, because also he was a little off-put by Randy's behavior in the ring earlier.
Yeah, because they were
body language.
I feel like what this whole thing is Randy Orton has changed the mind games rather in favor of messing with Bray Wyatt. He's just messing with the Wyatt family as a whole. And he's
Yeah.
there to just fuck things up.
Oh, absolutely. And it was just kind of like, I feel like, less so much that, like, Harper's thinking maybe not, like, don't trust Randy Orton. We all know who he is. He's an untrustworthy person. I feel like Luke Harper's coming at it like a, don't pick up Randy Orton because I don't want somebody to take my spot.
Yeah, no, Harper is very defensive about what is happening. And especially that one moment where he picked up Kane and was going to feed him into the Sister Abigail, Randy grabbed him instead and threw him at Bray. And then Bray hit it. And that was the one time, like, Luke just looked at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That was my thing. And so yeah, it's this is a very, very strange, very intriguing storyline that they're going with here. And now we have, and that's another thing. Now we have Orton and Wyatt on Team SmackDown and not Harper.
Yeah.
So that could cause a little bit more dissension.
I was almost thinking right at the beginning of the show that maybe since I knew we weren't going to have a fifth team yet, that we could have ended up having like Harper and Orton team together and win a qualifying match.
So we've kind of narrowed it down that the one last tag team qualifier will be Breezango and the Vaudevillains.
Probably.
Because I can't think of any other teams on SmackDown.
Unless they like just put two random people together.
Please don't do that.
But usually that means they're going to lose.
Yeah, because they'll probably have fucking Sheamus and Cesaro on the Raw side. Don't do that.
Maybe.
Don't do that.
It's hard telling because Raw has nobody but the New Day yet.
True. But yeah, okay, so we had one other match. We had a women's tag team match. We had Alexa Bliss and Carmella taking on Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella. And again, this lasted all of about 5 minutes. Becky had Alexa down, was trying to go for the pin. Carmella was causing a distraction. So Becky gets up to go take a swing at Carmella, who jumps down. And
it's never smart to take your eye off the ball like that.
Like an adorable little spider monkey, Alexa Bliss jumped on Becky's back, like raked her eyes, like dug into her eyes, then turned around, hit her with a DDT, and Alexa and Carmella picked up the win. And then proceeded to interview each other about... Alexa interviewed Carmella about who she wanted to embarrass at Survivor Series.
Which the answer was Team Raw.
Yes. And then Carmella interviewed Alexa Bliss about how she feels going into her championship match when she faces Becky Lynch next week in Glasgow, Scotland.
Which was confident that she's going to win.
Yes. It was a cute little segment. I enjoyed it.
I liked Carmella completely switching off like the Jersey Shore voice into like interviewer voice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the fact that like both of them are usually really catty bitches, and all of a sudden they were like acting like so nice and so sincere to each other, it was pretty funny. Alright, so that leaves us with our overarching storyline, which is James Ellsworth just wants to say sorry.
That was the whole beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Ellsworth comes out and just pleads for Dean Ambrose to come out so he can apologize.
Dean does come out.
Yeah, it's an awkwardly long apology segment.
These segments were awkwardly long throughout the show.
Yeah, and it just seemed like it was weird because
I was waiting for Ellsworth to turn on Ambrose.
It was one of those things where it's like, I just don't know what I can say. And repeating like that kind of a phrase over and over and over again, when you could like cut 5 minutes off this segment just by going, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say."
Well, and he kept saying that, and like Ambrose kept telling him not to say sorry, and then he'd say sorry. But then Ambrose is like, no, don't say sorry, it's cool. But then James would plead with him again, and it was just, it reoccurred. Like, you know, the whole beginning segment, and then AJ came out and tried to swerve it, saying that Dean was using James, and so then that got really awkward, and then Daniel Bryan gave Dean another shot, said, "All right, I'll give you one more match against AJ."
Styles was a dick and hit him.
Yeah. Yeah.
AJ Dick Styles.
That's not your best. You had better. You did not commit to that one at all.
AJ Dick Styles.
So yeah, Dean gets one.
There's nothing clever.
Dean gets one more shot to earn a number one contendership against AJ Styles, but Daniel Bryan tells James that he is not allowed at ringside.
After James asks if there's anything he can do to make it up to Dean Ambrose about another 8 times.
Yeah. And so then he even comes out later and asks Dean if he can be out at ringside. And Dean goes, "No, that's the whole thing. Daniel said you couldn't. There's no reason for you to be out there."
If the boss says you can't go, unless by go you mean outside.
And yeah, so Dean literally leads him to an exit and says, "Yeah, it might be a little cold outside. You might still be in your trunks, but it's okay." And just kind of pushes him out. So we go to
any man with 2 fists can call
an Uber.
Call an Uber for a ride back to the hotel.
So then we have AJ versus Dean again. Once again, these guys know what the fuck to do.
They're
throwing some new shit in there, making it exciting. AJ getting drop kicked off of the top rope when he's trying to do a springboard, and then what was the spot to Ambrose? I can't remember what there was. A couple of things.
Oh well, we had Ambrose favoring his left leg.
Oh yeah, the roll into what we thought was the abdominal stretch and turning the calf
they
crush.
had that, but there was some. I don't even remember what it was, but it was some spot, and then Dean started limping after the spot, and then they fought over another spot, and then AJ suplexed him, and he hit his leg on the ropes.
Oh yeah,
in the corner.
Yeah, suplex him right into the corner. Dean did a running forearm while AJ was on the barricade, knocking him into the timekeeper's area. So new stuff, keeping it exciting all the time. I like that these two guys can do that. And then halfway through the match, don't come down to ringside, leave the building, take an Uber. James Ellsworth shows up, running through the crowd.
Uber driver.
Yeah.
Drove him into the crowd.
Just dropped him off right there. Said, "Is this your stop?" Yeah. I want to go over by that ring there. James Ellsworth ends up back at ringside, and Dean's like, "What the fuck are you doing here? Go away."
Yeah.
AJ ends up getting the advantage at this point.
Doesn't last very long.
No, doesn't last long at all. And then
security starts chasing Ellsworth all over the arena.
Yeah, and it is the goofy. There should have been some dumbass music playing while these security. Yeah, it was pretty fucking ridiculous. So security and James Ellsworth disappear. We get a little bit more wrestling between Styles and Ambrose.
They return. Security finally caught him back at ringside.
Yeah, but AJ was so done with his shit.
Tired of your shit, James Ellis.
Oh God, we did. Dasha, come on.
Yeah, Dasha, blah, blah, blah.
Dasha, blah, blah, blah. No, AJ.
Sorry, I have no idea what your last name is. Every time they say it, it just sounds like blah, blah, blah to me.
Yeah. James gets shoulder checked over the commentator table.
In tomorrow.
So
take a turtle home night.
So the security actually grab him by the arms and just stop it. They just drag him away. Okay, I think we've got this under control now. AJ, feels justified. He tries to go for the phenomenal forearm. Ends up getting hit with dirty deeds. Dean Ambrose picks up the win, is officially number one contender, and we get half-conscious, smiling James Ellsworth dragged up the...
Yeah, to me, that portion is the most awkward part of the entire SmackDown.
He's just smiling over.
Because it's that moment where, the same facial expression he had is, when the cartoon kid gets, kissed on the cheek by his crush.
Yeah.
And he's and then they pass out. but they got like the stupid ass smile on their face. That's what James Ellsworth was looking like.
And in this case, it was a half turtle, half man smiling because his scruffy friend just won a match. AJ
Either or, I don't want to see any more of it.
AJ's left in the ring. Dean goes up and actually like picks up James, and he's like
hugs him a little bit. Then he lets go.
And he lets him go, and James just collapses. So we do have another championship match happening sometime between Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. We got one more team to join the Smackdown tag team.
We got 4 more teams left to join the New Day.
Yeah, Raw.
2 more women to join Charlotte, Bayley, and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And 1 more guy to join the team for the men's team. So yeah, Raw is dragging behind a little bit.
Yeah. You had 3 hours last night. SmackDown was already ahead of you, and now they're almost done. Y'all need to pick up your shit.
Too legit to quit.
You could devote an entire hour of your Monday Night Raw to just Survivor Series shit.
Yeah. Make them all battle royals.
Sure.
I don't know how. But yeah, do it.
It'll be 1 battle royal with 15 guys, and then 1 battle royal with 10 of the guys that got eliminated, and the other 4 can just fuck off. And it's just progressively smaller battle royals for different spots on different teams.
Yeah, the entire roster battles for whoever gets to be on the women's team.
And it ends up being Dana Brooke.
Yeah, it's going to be Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Curtis Axel.
Oh, God. I think Bo Dallas...
In drag.
I think Bo Dallas fits that spot a little bit more.
Curtis, well, you know what? I'd believe it if it was pretend inspirational Bo Dallas. I could see inspirational Bo Dallas wearing a dress and trying to be on the women's team.
Why aren't we doing this? Why are we doing evil Dr. Seuss and not Bo Dallas wearing a dress? That's way more entertaining.
I don't know. It seemed for a second it seemed like they thought that they were gonna go somewhere with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, and I just feel like
then Hell in a Cell happened, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have all this other stuff.
Let's put them in a battle royal, I guess."
Yeah. Maybe they'll pick it up next week.
At least it's not goddamn Titus O'Neil.
Indeed. That's it for the SmackDown Rundown. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click all the links down in the description and send all of our different social medias.
We got a lot of them.
There's also a link to the podcast where you can listen to our 4 regular
it's the
reviews.
One that says SoundCloud.
You listen to us podcast form, but you won't get all the videos
podcast
form.
You don't get pay-per-view predictions, you don't get pay-per-view reviews, and you don't get top 50s.
Yeah. You gotta come over here for that shit. And you can, if you want to watch that hour-long Hell in a Cell review that we did.
It's up on the playlist.
Yeah.
Or down on the playlist if you're on the mobile device.
Indeed. You can also head over to Reasonable Wrestling Fans. That's Reasonable with a W.
Like wrestling.
Where you can find all of our YouTubier stuff. We do have a Wrestle Crate coming this week, so we'll probably have an unboxing for you. You can go over and check out the newest edition, the reaction to Delete or Decay. And you can also...
Where my brain deleted precious information to watch that.
Yep.
And it just decayed in the process.
Well, and we're waiting for his brain to currently heal so he can get hit with a chair shot twice because he lost the Hell in a Cell wager.
Yeah, that's going to be going up there soon.
Yeah. So look forward to all that stuff. Subscribe to both channels. Check out that podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck you, procrastinating on building your teams raw.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.